going to be joining this war. Now, this war is now dubbed by IDF as multi-regional war. It is no longer Israel-Hamas war. It is now between Israel and these two countries that are now being involved directly. Therefore, IDF, Israeli Defense Force, they are now preparing for this war of attrition, and this is going to be fought at multiple fronts: Lebanon, Syria, Iran, Iraq. All of this country, and the fronts from all of this country will be fought by Israel. Now let's take a look at this video first, and then I'll make some comments. Israel fears entry of more players in Gaza war. IDF prepares to take on Iraq, Iran amid Gaza war. Gaza war to turn into a wider Israel versus Arab conflict. And this is again coming from Hindustan Time. Israel is preparing for the possibility of entry of many more players into Gaza war, reported Hertz. This is a Israeli news outlet. The war in Gaza has already stoked fears of a wider escalation in the Middle East. Now let's talk about this particular development. I want to show you this map. So this is the Al-Shifa hospital, as you can see here. And this hospital was pounded by Israeli IDF forces last night, all night. In fact, one of the residents of this area, she basically mentioned that it was one of the worst nights in Gaza's recent time since the war started. Al-Shifa hospital is coming under severe attack. Again, this is where the hospital is. I'm just going to actually show the layout in a different format. And this is where Al-Shifa hospital is, and they are being bombarded by the Zionist terrorist forces. Now let's take a look at this other map, and this is where this whole war is breaking out, as you can see here. So Israel is basically saying that they are taking some shells, attack from Lebanon, and this is obviously coming from Hezbollah. As you can see here, right here, this is Lebanon, and this is where Israel is. But the attack is coming actually from the north and south of Israel. So who are at the north? It is Hezbollah. And who are at the south? Well, it looks like to me it will be this part of the region, and I believe this is going to be the south part of Israel. Could be from the northern Sinai Governorate, or it could be from the part right here. I'm not 100% sure who would be at the south, but we know for sure it is going to be Lebanon, who will be launching attacks on Israel from the north, and of course Syria. Maybe they're considering Syria as the south, but Lebanon is definitely wreaking havoc on Israeli IDF forces, and they have killed dozens of IDF forces from Lebanon. Now let's take a look. So this is the map. One more time, this is the entire map here, and the main battle is obviously taking place in this region. Now let's take a look at this next clip. I'm just going to be actually showing you this other video here, and this video is about Elon Musk and his warning.
The for an eye makes everyone blind. Now that neck of the woods, they really believe in the whole eye for an eye thing. But I mean, you really have, if you're not going to just outright commit genocide, like against an entire people, which obviously would not be acceptable to really shouldn't be acceptable to anyone, then you're going to leave basically a lot of people alive who subsequently, hate Israel. So really the question is like, how, for every Hamas member that you kill, how many did you create?
And that is a very legit question, because it is not Hamas only inside of Gaza. Hamas is now the entire Arab world, because everybody is feeling the same pain equally. And therefore, if you try to separate Hamas, saying that, oh, these are the people with problem, Israel has problem, then you really need to think about this. This entire Arab world has become or turned into Hamas members now, especially the young people in the Arab world from all across the region. They are becoming Hamas. And so Elon Musk, what he said is very, very practical and very, very true. Let's take a look at this video.
We are at 10,000 dead Palestinians. How many will be enough? One of my colleagues just said all of them.
Wow. So basically this is happening in Florida in the States. This lady was screaming. She was asking how many more Palestinian lives will be lost. And one of the Florida politician, she said all of them. Subhanallah. Like she said, kill all of them. I mean, as if this genocide is not enough. They are so bloodthirsty. They have become so animalistic. They have become, they're not human. Anybody who will call an entire nation to be killed, it cannot be a human being. It's an animal. It's a different level of cruelty. You know, it's a different level of cruelty. Wallahi, subhanallah. Like she was giving this lecture, and her colleague said, when she said, how many more? 10,000 you killed, a lot of them. How many more? And this lady said, all of them. Subhanallah. This is the level of hatred they have against Muslims, especially against the Palestinian. So when IDF said, well, we have to be prepared for war from multi-front, from all of this region, he is so true, because it is becoming a very, very dangerous situation for IDF. Again, what I also understand is that it is not going to be the war between, as I said, Hamas and Israel. It is going to be actually a war between the entire Arab nation, or actually I should say entire Muslim nation, against Israel and US. The only country that is supporting, there are two countries, or I should say maybe three, that are supporting Israel at this moment. They are number 1 US, number 2 UK, and number 3 Germany. Germany is sending tanks. France is keeping it quiet up until now. We do not know what they will do, what is their motive. But definitely the number of countries that are siding with Israel, very few. We have seen Spain is against it. Most of the South American countries like Brazil, Colombia, they're against Israel. So Israel, as I said yesterday's video, that Israel will not exist for more than the next 5 years, if they can exist, if they can manage their way, by bombing innocent people and oppressing them for the next 5 years. I would be very, very surprised. But I don't see Israel